Hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Sweet Journey. I am Sonia, also known as Sweets, and I'm really excited that you are back. You'll notice today that I am just kind of chilling, and I wanted to take a moment to just talk, to just chat with you all about my desire to get healthy, my desire to be healthy holistically. And I just wanted to provide an update because I've talked about this several times in various videos just about my processes for getting healthy. I did so well about 2 months ago with my nutrition, working out. I was walking every day. I was working out in some way every day. I had a real focus of closing my circles on my watch, and that really was driving my behavior. And as a result of that, I lost, probably a total of like 9 pounds, which was really great. It was in maybe a couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month time frame. And that is supportive for me. And even now, I still feel like the weight that I lost then, I've sustained. I haven't gained any weight, but I have stopped in the practices that I was doing. And so it's time for me to get back into some practices. And so I start thinking about like what works for me. And there are several things that just work, and why I don't do them, I don't know. One thing that gets me off track consistently, well, one thing Oprah said about the WW app is if you're off track, it's probably because you're not tracking. And that is true for me. That is literally true for me. But one of the things that I decided when I joined WW, formerly known as Weight Watchers again, is that it was a lifetime. And so it wasn't like I'll use it or not use it and get rid of it. No, I'm going to pay every month for it. And I'm considering this a lifetime goal. And if it's a lifetime goal, then I can pick it up and put it down as I feel like I need to. And so I'm picking it back up again, and I'm going back to tracking. That's helpful for me. And what it does is it not only helps me to eat the right things, but it also helps me if I'm eating something that is unhealthy, it helps me to eat a smaller portion of it. So like if I'm going to eat, like if I'm going to go eat pasta or something like that, I can still eat the pasta, I can drink the wine, I can eat the bread, I can do all of those things, but the app helps me to see about how much of that I can eat. Very helpful. Really, really helpful. And so I am about to start that back up again because that helps me. It helps me to just make sure that I'm eating in a way that is supportive for me. So the second thing is when I choose not to eat bread and potatoes. It's so simple. When I choose not to eat those two things, my body responds in kind. I really feel good. I feel good in my joints. I feel healthy. My stomach literally gets flat immediately, which again, why would I not do that consistently? I love a good flat stomach. Like what in the world? Well, it's because my favorite foods, first is shrimp, but like a close second and third, bread and potatoes. And if I have a plate that has bread, shrimp, and potatoes, you can forget about it. So because I love those foods, it's very difficult for me to not eat them. However, and the thing about it is I can eat them. I can eat them on the WW app. It's not like there's a restriction. The problem is when I choose to eat those things, I'm choosing to bring pain to my body. And that is what is not supportive. And so I can eat them all day. I can do all of those things, but it just hurts for me to do it. And so then now I have to make a choice to say, okay, are you going to choose to wake up in the mornings and be really, really stiff? I have rheumatoid arthritis, for those of you who don't know. And I can choose to eat those things and choose to be in pain all day, which doesn't make any sense, but I do choose that pretty consistently. Or I can choose not to. I can choose to eat other things. I used to eat pork when I was growing up, and I was in a bet with somebody to see who could stop eating pork the longest, and I literally have zero desire for pork. I love the smell of bacon. I couldn't imagine actually chewing it. And so I would love to wrap my head around that with bread and potatoes. That would be really great. So first thing is utilizing my WW app, like tracking. The second thing is removing bread and potatoes from my diet. The third thing that is really, really, really helpful is intermittent fasting. There's something really powerful about only eating, for me, 8 hours in a day is really good because I love breakfast, love fresh fruit, and I love vegetables. And when I eat those things, it supports my body. I'm a big lunch person too. Like if I'm going to eat a big meal, that big meal is lunch. And then I don't eat dinner. But yeah, so intermittent fasting. And for me, if I start at, like, say, I don't eat until 9 a.m., then I stop eating at 5, which is really, really good. And it works for me. The fourth thing is around, of course, activity or movement. And the really cool thing is I lose weight only working out 30 minutes a day, and I could do 30 minutes for 5 days in a week, 3 to 5 days at that. If I do any kind of 30-minute, whether it's just walking, I love trap cardio. The interesting thing about rheumatoid arthritis is the more active I am beyond 30 minutes, the more pain it actually causes me. So there's even an incentive to only do 30 minutes of working out. And the thing that I know for sure that has happened for a long, long time is when I do that 30-minute workout, it actually works. It is amazing, but it really works well with a combination of everything else that I've mentioned. That is the fourth thing. And finally, the fifth thing is something that really, I think it supports or undergirds everything else that I just mentioned. And that is just having a routine in the morning. And really, I like to consider like a 5 a.m. routine. But the one thing is, if you're going to have a 5 a.m. routine, then you have to have an evening prior routine. So for me, I have to be in bed by 9 to get up at 5. And you'll notice it's that same thing. Like I get up and I eat by 9 a.m. or I don't eat until 9 a.m. and then I stop eating at 5. But I need to be in bed by 9 o'clock p.m. so that I could actually get up at 5 a.m. And when I get up at 5 a.m., it leaves room for me to work out, to make breakfast, to study the word, to prepare my mind mentally for the work that I need to do, to prep for my day. It just gives me a runway instead of waking up, laying in the bed, and then getting up, and then literally I have to get started on the work that I have to do. That doesn't work. And so having a routine in the morning supports everything else. And I know it seems difficult because you're getting up at 5, but you can't eat until 9. But if you fill your morning, there's a book called The 5 a.m. Club. That's where I got this from. But if you fill that space with whatever works for you, like when I said I want to be holistically healthy, that is spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. And so then I can invest in that at the beginning of my day. And I can do the things that make me feel healthy right at the beginning of the day. And once I do that first fruits in the day, then the rest of the day is kind of ordered by the way that I start my day. And that is healthy living for me. I'm going to start tomorrow morning. And my intention is to be in bed by 9 o'clock. It is about 6 o'clock now. So preparation tonight will help me in the morning. And I will keep you all posted on how the process is going. So it's not just about me losing weight. It's not just about me going down in pounds. It's about me actually having a lifestyle that is supportive of healthy living for me. Good morning. It is about 6 o'clock. And I got up at 5. So last night I twisted my hair down again just to refresh it a little, even though I'm going to get it done today. But I twisted it down and I got ready for bed. And then this morning I got up and I read my word, I prayed, and I'm about to work out. So starting off pretty good. So I have started my day. It's 11:24, and I did eat a biscuit at 9:05. I was so hungry. So not meeting all of my expectations, but I did work out. I did do the majority of my morning routine. And so I'm good. And as long as I track that biscuit and potentially whatever carb I'm about to get from Starbucks, I'm fine. Although I think it was the fourth rule is like I should not, or second maybe, I shouldn't be eating bread and potatoes. So anyway, we're not perfect, so all good. I am currently waiting in line at Chick-fil-A. I decided I really wanted a sandwich with like cheese and fries. I wanted all the things, and I resisted, and ended up getting a Cobb salad with no bacon. So I think here's what I believe to be true. I think that once you set an intention, it helps you kind of behave into that intention. So had I not had any intentions at all, I probably would have come by and grabbed me a chicken sandwich with some fries and all that. But no, I have an intention to be healthy, and so I'm leaning into it. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.